Happy morning, students. Hope you all are doing well and safe at home. Now it's time to study. Welcome back to our English class. Are you ready for that test? Take your test notebook and write the answers for this. First question. What were the 3 sicknesses Tom had planned to suffer from? Second question. How did Tom try to wake up Sid? Dear children, now shall we have a quick recap of what we have learnt in the previous class? Tom felt like going to prison on all Monday mornings. Tom wanted to stay home from school, so he lay in bed and wished to be sick. First, he wanted to complain of stomach ache and later of loose tooth. But he changed his mind as he was afraid that his aunt could pull his teeth and hurt him. Today, I am here to explain the second part of the story in a supplementary reader on Monday morning. Now, let's get started. But Sid had snatched his clothes and gone. Tom was suffering in reality. Now, his imagination was working well. And so, his groans had gathered quite a genuine tone. Sid flew downstairs and said, "Oh, Aunt Polly, come, Tom's dying." Dying? Yes. Don't wait, come quick. Rubbish, I don't believe it. But she fled upstairs. Nevertheless, with Sid and Mary at her heels. Yes, my dear children. Now tell me, was Tom really sick? No, he was not actually sick. He was pretending, isn't it? Yes. Why Tom was pretending? He felt like going to prison on all Monday mornings. He wanted to stay home from school. So he wished to be sick. Tom was a mischievous boy. He hated to go to school. And he loved to go for fishing. What is his brother's name? Yes, Sid. Mary is his cousin. Aunt Polly is aunt of Tom, Sid and Mary. She loved them and she took care of them. It was Monday. Tom wants to be at home, but Aunt Polly was very strict. She won't allow without any reason. So, Tom planned to be sick. He pretended as if he is dying with sore toe. Sid was his brother. He was sleeping next to him. He was in a very deep sleep. So, what Tom did? Yes, he was groaning and groaning. At last, he woke up Sid. Now, let's see the continuation of the story. But Sid had snatched his clothes and gone. Snatched is nothing but grabbing something or pulling with force. Tom was groaning and shouting as if he is having pain. Sid got scared. He spoke to Sid as if he is dying. Sid believed Tom. He was not aware that Tom was pretending. He thought Tom is really suffering from pain and he is going to die. Sid got scared seeing Tom. He wanted to call Aunt Polly. So what he did? He just snatched his clothes and ran to call Auntie. Tom was suffering in reality now. His imagination was working well, and so his groans had gathered quite a genuine tone. Tom's imagination was working very well. He was very happy. He was satisfied that his plan was working well. What was his plan? To stay at home. He was groaning and groaning as if he was suffering from severe pain. He thought, oh, this is doing well. I can continue. He started to groan still more with more confidence. So, his groans had gathered quite a genuine tone, which means he was groaning in such a way that it was real. Genuine is being very true or being very real. He was acting in such a way that it gave a genuine tone. His imagination was working well. You know what is imagination? Yes, imagining is nothing but forming mental images or concept of what is not actually present in the senses, or the ability to form pictures in the mind. That is called as imagination. His imagination was working well. It is going to happen. So he started to continue. He flew downstairs and said, Sid was just rushing to his aunt. He ran with great speed. Here, flew down means he ran very fast as if he was having wings in his feet. He rushed to his aunt and cried out, Oh, Aunt Polly, come, Tom's dying. He shouted to his aunt saying, Tom is dying, come fast. Aunt asked, Dying? What do you mean? Yes, don't wait, come quick. Again Sid is telling, Yes, aunt, he is dying only. Don't waste time, come quick. We have to save him. Aunt said, Rubbish, I don't believe it. What rubbish are you talking? I can't believe this. Don't try to make me fool. Tom is all right. Nothing will happen to him. But she fled upstairs. Nevertheless, with Sid and Mary at her heels. Aunt didn't believe this, but she ran upstairs to see Tom. Nevertheless is in spite of that, okay? Immediately, Sid and Mary was also going behind her. At her heels means going back. Yes, my dear children. Hope you all understood. Now, shall we move on? Yes. And her face grew white too, and her lip trembled. When she reached the bedside, she said, You Tom, Tom, what's the matter with you? Oh, Auntie, I am... What's the matter with you? What is the matter with you, child? Oh, Auntie, my sore toes dying. And her face grew white too, and her lip trembled. Aunt's face became white and her lip trembled. Trembled is shivered. When she reached the bedside, she said, You Tom, Tom, what is the matter with you? Aunt, Sid and Mary rushed to Tom's room. Aunt's face changed seeing Tom, and her lip shivered. She went near the bedside where Tom was sleeping and asked him, What happened to you, Tom? Why are you groaning like this? What is the matter with you? Tell me the truth. Oh, auntie, I am. Tom is speaking in a very low voice. He is acting as if he is not able to open his mouth also. He wanted to show to his aunt that he is really suffering from the sore toe. Auntie was asking him again and again, "What's the matter with you? What is the matter with you, child? Why are you doing like this?" Again he started it groaning, saying, "Oh, auntie, my sore toe dying." Tom continued with this groaning, saying, "My sore toe is dying. It's paining a lot. I can't bear." He was crying, shouting, groaning to make his auntie believe. The old lady sank down into a chair and laughed a little, then cried a little, then did both together. This made her feel better and she said, "Tom, what a turn you did give me. Now you shut up that nonsense and climb out of this." The groans stopped and the pain vanished from the toe. The boy felt a little foolish and he said, "Aunt Polly, it seemed dying. And it hurt so I never minded my tooth at all." "Your tooth? Indeed. What's the matter with your tooth?" "One of them is loose and it aches perfectly awful." Now Aunt understood that he is groaning simply. He is not having any pain and he is pretending. Sometimes even we can make out, no, whether a person is crying simply or whether he is really having a pain. Here, Aunt Polly, with her experience, she understood very clearly that Tom is not having any pain. He is acting simply. The old lady sank down into a chair and laughed a little, then cried a little, then did both together. What is sank? Past tense of sink. Sink means going down. Here, aunt sank down into a chair means auntie sat on a chair and laughed a little. She was not able to control. She was laughing a little, crying a little, then after that she was doing both together. She understood very well that this little boy is pretending. This made her feel better and she said, "Tom, what a turn you did give me." Now she is feeling better and she is asking Tom, Tom, what a shock you are giving me. Now you shut up that nonsense and climb out of this." Which means Tom was simply groaning and groaning. Aunt was irritated with that. Said, "You shut up that nonsense. You stop making that noise and climb out of this." Which means come out from this. Don't act simply. Don't stop and the pain vanished from the toe. Now Tom stopped groaning. Now the pain vanished. Vanished is disappeared from the toe. The boy felt a little foolish and he said, he himself felt a little foolish. He thought, "Oh, this is not working out." He didn't groan. He kept quiet. Now Tom is telling his aunt, "Aunt Polly, it seemed dying and it hurt so I never minded my tooth at all." Now Tom is telling his aunt, "My toe was paining a lot. In that I forgot about my tooth pain." You remember, children, in the beginning he was planning, no, that to tell that he was having tooth pain. Now again he is coming back to the same toothache. "Your tooth? Indeed. What's the matter with your tooth?" Indeed means really or certainly. Here aunt is asking Tom, "Your tooth? Really it is paining? What is the matter with your tooth? Why it is paining?" "One of them is loose and it aches perfectly awful." Tom wants to manage with this situation. He says, "Yes, my tooth is loose and it is paining very badly. Awful means very bad. There. Now don't begin that groaning again. Open your mouth. Well, your tooth is loose, but you're not going to die from that. Mary, get me a silk thread and a chunk of fire out of the kitchen. Tom said, "Oh, please, Auntie, don't pull it out. It don't hurt anymore. I wish I may never stir if it does. Please don't, Auntie. I don't want to stay home from school." There. Now don't begin that groaning again. Aunt was irritated with that groaning sound. Tom stopped little while and again he started groaning. "Please stop that. Open your mouth. Well, your tooth is loose, but you're not going to die from that." Auntie is asking Tom to open his mouth. "Your tooth is loose, but you will not die for that." Nobody will die if the tooth is loose, isn't it? Yes. "Mary, get me a silk thread and a chunk of fire out of the kitchen." Now, Aunt is asking Mary to get a silk thread and a chunk of fire. Chunk means a piece of fire out of the kitchen. Can you tell me why Aunt is asking Mary to bring all this? Yes, dears, very well said. These are the dental instruments to remove Tom's tooth. Hearing Auntie's words, Mary went to the kitchen to bring all that. Tom said, "Oh, please, Auntie, don't pull it out. It won't hurt anymore. I wish I may never stir if it does. Please don't, Auntie. I don't want to stay home from school." Tom got scared hearing all this. He said, "Auntie, please don't pull out my teeth. It is not at all hurting me now. I wish I may never stir it." Stirring is to move slightly. I'll not at all shake my tooth. Please don't pull my tooth. Please don't, Auntie. I don't want to stay home from school. Now at last, the truth is coming out from Tom's mouth. What he's telling? "Auntie, please don't pull my tooth. I will not at all stay home. I'll better go to school." Yes, my dear children, I hope you all understood. Now, shall we move on? Yes. "Oh, you don't you? So all this row was because you thought you did get to stay home from school and go fishing. Tom, I love you so, and you seem to try every way you can to break my whole heart with your mischief." By this time, the dental instruments were ready. The old lady made one end of the silk thread fast to Tom's tooth with a loop and tied the other to the bedpost. Then she caught hold of the chunk of fire and suddenly pushed it almost into the boy's face. The tooth was hanging loosely by the bedpost now. "Oh, you don't you? So all this row was because you thought you did get to stay home from school and go fishing." Aunt understood everything. She laughed at Tom and said, "All this you did because you don't want to go to school and you want to stay at home, isn't it?" Aunt is again asking Tom, "You want to take leave and go for fishing?" Now, Tom was caught with his aunt. All the truth came out and Tom was not able to pretend anymore. He just agreed with the aunt's words. Tom, I love you so, and you seem to try every way you can to break my old heart with your mischief. Aunt said to Tom, I love you so much, but every time you're breaking my heart. I am an old lady, and you're breaking my heart by doing all kinds of mischiefs. My dear, all the time you do mischiefs, it hurts me. You are trying to give pain to me. Please don't do that. I am too old. I can't tolerate with all this. Tom was having no words to say. He kept quiet. By this time, the dental instruments were ready. What are the dental instruments? Yes, the silk thread and a piece of fire. Mary brought it from the kitchen. These instruments are to remove Tom's tooth. The old lady made one end of the silk thread fast to Tom's tooth with a loop and tied the other to the bedpost. Loop means a curve. Now, the old lady. Who's the old lady? Yes, Tom's aunt. What she did? She tied one end of the thread to Tom's tooth and the other end to the bedpost. This is to remove his tooth. She caught hold of the chunk of fire and suddenly pushed it almost into the boy's face. Then what she did? She pushed the fire suddenly near Tom's face. When fire comes near our face, what we will do? We will move back, isn't it? Yes. Tom pushed his face back and the tooth came out. Tooth was hanging loosely by the bedpost now. This was Aunt's plan to remove his tooth. Tom learnt a very good lesson. He learnt not to pretend to take leave. This is all about on Monday morning. Yes, my dear children, one thing we should understand. Monday morning seems boring and miserable. It's not only for us, it's for everybody. It is because Sunday we enjoy, we relax, we play with our friends, we go for a picnic. But Monday we have to go with our routine work. It seems too difficult for everybody. We may feel like taking leave also on Monday, isn't it? Yes. In this story, what happens? Tom wants to stay home. He was pretending with everybody. When Aunt Polly got ready to pull his tooth with a silk thread and a chunk of fire. Then what happened? Yes, dears, Tom got panicked and confessed everything. He told her that it doesn't hurt him anymore and he could go to school and not for fishing. Old Aunt Polly loved mischievous Tom, though he tries to break her heart often. At last, what she did? She pulled his tooth in a crude way and relieved his toothache. Yes, my dear children. Now tell me, what you understand from the story? Yes, my dears, we should know our duties and we should also know our responsibilities. We should not tell lies and don't pretend to get anything. You may think school is boring or it's like a prison, but you can have lots of fun in school. So, don't miss your school days. It's precious. You will not get it again. One thing you should learn, children, you can do your duties and have fun. Yes, my dear children, hope you all understood. Now, shall we have a quick recap of what we have learned? Are you ready? Okay. On Monday morning, Tom is very unhappy. He wanted to stay home from school. So, he lay in bed and wished to be sick. First, he wanted to complain of stomach ache and later of loose tooth. But he changed his mind as he was afraid that his aunt could pull his teeth and hurt him. Tom lifted his sore toe up and started to groan loudly in imaginary pain. Sid woke thinking Tom was really suffering for hours. Sid called Auntie quickly to save Tom. Aunt Polly hurried upstairs, trembling soon. She understood Tom was pretending of dying sore toe. Tom now told it was awful aching of loose tooth. When Aunt Polly got ready to pull his tooth with a silk thread and a chunk of fire, Tom panicked and confessed that it doesn't hurt him anymore and he could go to school and not for fishing. Today's assessment. Take your notebook and write answers for this. First one. How did Sid show his affection towards Tom? Second question. Did Aunt Polly believe Tom's groaning? Why? Third question. What did Aunt Polly do to relieve Tom's toothache? Today's homework. Write true or false against each statement. First one. Tom enjoyed Monday mornings as he had to go to school. Second one. Tom's first groan woke up sick from his sound sleep. Third one. Tom wanted to give his dog with one eye to the new girl who had come to town. Fourth one. Aunt Polly sent Sid to fetch the dentist. Choose the correct answer. First one. Tom pretended his toe was dying in order to dash. The options are miss school, scare Sid, make Aunt Polly feel bad. Second one. Aunt Polly pulled Tom's tooth out with dash. The options are her fingers, a pair of pliers, a piece of thread. Third one. Tom was miserable on Monday morning because the options are he was sick, he hated going to school, Aunt Polly was sick. Identify the character or speaker. First one. Tom, why didn't you wake me sooner? Second one. Tom, what a turn you did give me. Third one. I forgive you for everything, Sid. Fourth one. Mary, get me a silk thread and a chunk of fire out of the kitchen. Fifth one. Oh, auntie, my sore toes dying. Write a paragraph on Monday morning. Okay, my dear children, that's all for today. Hope you all enjoyed this class. Go through the lesson, do your homework, be prepared for the test, stay home and be safe. Thank you. Have a great day.